I'm going to go over why a ball, when struck, spins end over end, but in the wrong direction. Assuming I'm kicking the ball with my right foot that way, the ball needs to spiral like that. If I'm kicking a pooch punt, it's going to backspin like that. But when we're punting normally, why does it spin like that? Now this is an error that lots of high school kids will make, and as with most things with punting, it comes down to how the ball is dropped. So, assuming this is our right foot, when the ball is dropped straight and comes down, and this foot's coming up in a nice arc, we're going to hit that sweet spot of the ball, right under there. That's the sweet spot. It's going to lift up as we kick it and follow through, and that ball's going to go off in a nice spiral. When the ball is dropped with the nose down slightly, the foot comes through, and you're still going to get a pretty good spiral. It might wobble a little bit, but it's going to be a spiral and you're going to get a pretty good trajectory. So it's preferable that the ball comes down completely straight to make contact with that foot like that, and as the contact continues, that's when we get that 45-degree arc. So the reason this happens is quite often because the ball's just turned up a little bit. Now this happens when a punter goes to drop it nice and straight, and all it is, it's only that much. It's only just a little bit of an angle, and the foot strikes back behind the sweet spot. Typically what happens is the ball strikes there. That's your sweet spot on your foot. And then all that momentum, which is going in this direction, forces the ball to topspin and spin like that. So in order to eliminate it, it's very, very simple in theory, but it's a hard thing to get right. But this is why drops are so important, and this is why we teach drops the way we do, is to make sure your punter or you are getting a consistent drop every time and hitting the sweet spot of the ball. Sweet spot, on the sweet spot, giving us a spiral. Now, there is another time where we can get that, not a knuckleball thing, but kind of that topspin ball. And we're going to get rid of our right foot from the side. And we're going to go introduce our right foot from the top. Now, assuming our foot is straight when we kick it, completely straight. Those laces are straight, our sweet spot right there. That's where we want to hit the bottom of that ball. That part of the foot needs to hit that part of the ball. Bam. Now, ideally, in a perfect world, the best punters, and to get it absolutely perfect, hit the ball with the nose pointing forward like that. In a perfect world. Now, in order to get it right with a little bit of margin for error, so maybe like, if perfect's 100% where the ball's straight, if we want to go 95%, we turn the nose in a little bit. The reason we do this is because the natural arc of that right foot is going to come across a little bit. We can't stay completely straight. So even then, we're going to get that nice spiral. You see lots of players that try and cheat a spiral and go like that, and you will get a spiral, but the ball over-rotates and over-spins, which means you're going to get a short punt. Now that's typically what newbies do. They hold it very sideways and they cheat the spiral. So when you're holding it like that, the ball will spin very, very quickly this way, and what is called in Australia is a screw punt. So it's going that way, and then the ball will actually change direction as far as which way it's turning, which way it's pointed. The other time we're going to get that horrible end over end the wrong way, the topspin way, is when the ball is turned out. See, when the ball is turned out, we're still probably hitting the sweet spot. But the problem is, because the nose is pointed the wrong way, that momentum, which is kind of going on a bit of a diagonal, probably not that pronounced, but a little bit of a diagonal, is pushing that nose down. So hitting the ball there, which is just behind the sweet spot, even if we do hit it on the sweet spot, it's still going to tumble, shall we call it, tumble away to the left. So we're going to get that. It's going to reduce the hang time, and it's going to make a very inaccurate kick. That's why it's so important that not only are we dropping it flat or slightly nose down, that we drop it straight or slightly nose in. This will eliminate all of that horrible tumble punting. It's not what we want, and it's what we need to get rid of at an early stage, particularly high school or college. We need to eliminate that now. And it's just down to the simplest of all the punting drills, which is handling and dropping. That's all there is to it.